Maayong adlaw sa tanan. Welcome to our CSE-PPT tutorials. This is Arnel Adipaw and welcome to our Learn with Arnel series regarding the CSE-PPT exam oriented topics. We will be continuing the topic that we discussed last meeting. Let me share to you my screen. So if you still remember, this was our topic last session. Ratio and proportion, and we'll just have to continue this one. We answered items 1, 2, and 3. So without much ado, we have here problem number 4. The ratio of the number of carabaos, goats, and cows in a farm is 5:1:2, respectively. If there are 48 animals of these kinds, how many of them are goats? So all we need to do is take note of the ratio. We have 5:1:2. 5 is for the carabaos. Then 1 is for the goat. And then 2 is for the cows. So in total, I'm going to ask you, in total, how many animals are there for each cycle of this one relative to the ratio? 5 plus 1 plus 2, we have 8 in total. How many total animals are there? 48. So what are we going to multiply to 8 so that it will give us 48? You are right. 6. And what is being asked? Goats. So let's focus here. If we were multiplying 6 to 8 so that we can have the total number of animals, then we also have to multiply the same number here. 1 times 6 is 6. So this is the answer. Our answer here is right. That's quite easy. If you have questions, by the way, you can leave a comment once this video is uploaded. Let's proceed. Let's have another problem. Here we have, it takes 20 men to build a building for 60 days. Assuming that all men work at this rate, so take note of this, how many men will be needed to build the same building in 15 days? So from 60 days, the building has to be completed in 15 days. Wow. So meaning, in our mind, we should have already the idea that we have to add more men so that instead of 60 days, the work will be done in 15 days. So let's have a ratio here. We have the men, and then we have here the number of days. So in our reference, we have 20 men, and they can do the work in 60 days. So I'm going to ask you, what if we make it 30 days? What are we going to do with our men? Here, from 60, what are we going to do to make this 60 down to 30? Of course, it's not going to be subtraction, 60 minus 30. No, it has to be 60 divided by 2. And we have 30. So now, it's not supposed to be the same thing we have to do here in men. There's no way you're going to divide 20 by 2. It has to be the reverse. Instead of dividing, we have to multiply because we need to double time so that the number of days taken for the work to be done will be divided by 2, right? So 20 times 2, there are 40 men needed so that the building can be done in 30 days. So remember that the building has to be done in 15 days. So 15 days is half of 30. So we have to divide this by 2 and we'll have 15. So we have to multiply this by 2 and we have 80. This is the correct answer. Although, we can do the shortcut, di ba? From 20 is to 60, we have to ask ourselves, what are we gonna do so that we can get 15 from 60? We have to divide this by 4. And if we divided 60 by 4, we have to multiply here by 4. So that's the answer. It's reverse. Of course, there's no way that you're gonna divide also the number of men because we are up to um, working double so that we can finish the work faster. I hope you get this. If not, or if you have some doubts, you can leave some comments and let's discuss over the comments. Let's proceed. 10 bananas weigh as much as 6 star apples. In this rate, how many star apples will weigh as much as 15 bananas? So what are we gonna do here? We have banana is to star apple. And then what's the given ratio? If we have 10 bananas, then we have 6 star apples. And they are having the same weight right now. 10 bananas and 6 star apples, they have the same weight. So the question would be, how many star apples? So how many star apples here will weigh as much as 15 bananas? 15 bananas. So there are 15 bananas and the question is how many star apples? The technique here, guys, is to make sure that you get this simplified ratio. So we have to get the simplified ratio here. So what are we gonna do? What is the common factor of 10 and 6? We can get the simplified ratio. We can divide this by 2, 3, 2, and also divide this by 2. So 10 divided by 2, we have 5 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So now this is our ratio. That is our ratio. 5 is to 3. Now, from that, what are we gonna multiply by 5 so that we can get 15? We can multiply that by 3. So we have to multiply the same number. 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. This is our answer. It's easy. So let's proceed. One store sold twice more apples in the afternoon than in the morning. The store sold 450 pieces of apples. How many apples are sold in the morning? So we have two situations. We have in the morning and we have in the afternoon. It says here that one store sold twice more apples in the afternoon. Twice in the afternoon. So if we have one apple sold here, so it has to be twice in the afternoon, twice in the morning, right? So 2 times 1, 1 in the morning. So we have our ratio 1 is to 2. The store sold 450 pieces of apples. So that's the total. So we can, again, the same thing we did, 1 plus 2, we're going to get the sum of our ratio. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then, what are we going to multiply by 3 so that we can get the total, which is 450. So, it's going to be 150. What is being asked? In the morning. So, 1 times 150 is 150. This is our answer. We save a lot of time. Number 8. Joey gathered twice more marbles than Vic, and Tito gathered 2 more marbles than Vic. They gathered 36 marbles. How many marbles did Vic gather? So in total, there are 36 marbles. Take note of that. And then we have some conditions here that we need to satisfy. We have Joey, Vic, and Tito. Joey gathered twice more marbles than Vic. So meaning if Vic has one marble, Joey gathered twice than Vic. So twice than Vic. And Tito gathered two more marbles than Vic. So Tito gathered two more. Diba? So that's gonna be 2 plus 1 than Vic. So therefore, let's simplify our ratio. We have 2 is to 1 is to 3. In total, if we're gonna add all of the numbers for the simplified ratio, 2 plus 1 plus 3 is 6. And what's the total marbles? 36. So what are we gonna multiply by 6 so that we can have 36 marbles in total? Of course, 6. And what is being asked? The marbles that Vic had. So let's focus on Vic times 6. So we have 6 as our answer. Any question? So if you have questions, do not be afraid to comment down. We have 2 remaining problems. Number 9, a container contains 23 bottles and each bottle contains 20 marbles. How many marbles are there in 10 bottles? So we have the ratio, bottles is to marbles. So bottles is to marbles. We have for each bottle. So for one bottle, there are how many marbles? 20 marbles. So 1 is to 20. How many marbles are there in 10 bottles? This is easy, no? We don't have to add the ratio. All we need to do is just get the number of marbles directly. So for each bottle, how many bottles are there? 10. So 1 times blank will give us 10 bottles. Of course, we are going to multiply that by 10. Same thing, 20 times 10, 200. It's the answer. Or simply take note that for each bottle, for one bottle, you have 20 marbles. So for 10 bottles, all you need to do is multiply directly. 10 times 20, you get 200. Last number. Betsy and Loxy have a total of 35 toys. If Betsy has 7 more toys than Loxy, how many toys does Betsy has? So we can have many ways to solve this problem. But the one thing I can recommend to you is reverse engineering. You can make use of the given choices. For example, I'm gonna choose a good number here. When I say good number, perhaps a whole number like this one. So what's being asked here? How many toys does Betsy has? So meaning if this is going to be our answer, so this is the number of toys Betsy has. Okay, so Betsy has 20 toys. This is a trial and error, huh? Trial and error. So you say 20 toys for Betsy. So what is being given as a condition? If Betsy has 7 more toys than Logsy, Betsy has 7 more toys. So if Betsy has 20, then how many toys does Logsy has? 20 minus 7, 13, right? Because Betsy has 7 more toys. Now, if we are going to add the toys of Betsy and Logsy, we ended up 33 only. But take note, they have a total of 35 toys. So meaning, number 4 is not our correct answer. So you have to take note, you have to observe that by choosing 20 earlier, we get 33, which is closer to 35 toys already in total. So perhaps we can go up higher than 20. So we can cancel 14. And the closer number to 20 in the option is 21. Let's choose 21. So now Betsy has 21. If Betsy has 21, then log C has 14. Di ba? Because Betsy has 7 more toys than log C. 14 plus 7 is 21. Now we're going to add 21 and 14. We get 35. So no wonder, no doubt, this is our answer. Right? So that's how you're going to make use of the reverse engineering using the choices by trial and error. Or if you want to really do it the college way, you can do it. If you are more convenient of doing it like that. So for example, we are given Betsy and log C have a total. Okay. Betsy plus log C is equal to 35 toys. Then we have an equation. If Betsy has 7 more toys than log C, what does that mean? Meaning to say, see, Betsy has, if there are if there are a certain number of log's toys plus 7, diba? So that's gonna be the number of toys Betsy has. Plus L is equal to 35. Now we have to combine like terms. L and L, we have 2L, then 35 minus 7. 2L is equal to 28, divide by 2, divide by 2. So log C has 14. So it's correct. Now if log C has 14 plus 7, so Betsy has 21. It's the same answer. So I hope you get it. You are free to leave some comment if you have questions. I think this is the last number. Yeah, so see you next session. Thank you for watching and please don't forget to subscribe.